No, I'm not leaving you behind, Doug. Come on.
Got it right.
No, Doug, come on with me. I need 10 good minutes, Doug. Come on. Please, Dickie, come on, mate. 2 minutes.
Right.
We're going to the bottom of the step. Come on, this leg. This leg, Dougie. Come on. Come on. There we go. Where are you? No. Come on, Dougie! Doug, let's go! Hurry up!
That's a clip from Everest, starring Jason Clarke, Keira Knightley, Emily Watson, Josh Brolin, what's her name? Robin Wright. I've forgotten. I haven't seen this. I seen this like 2 weeks ago, so I've forgotten quite a lot of the people in it. And it's the story of the of a bunch of mountain climbers that went to Everest and their trip up and their trip back down, which doesn't sound
great.
It doesn't sound great, does it? You know, you're going up and down things, but it was actually very good. I said to Carol when I came out that the first half was kind of formulaic. You know, they're all meeting up. Jason Clarke runs this camp, this mountain climbing company that helps people like amateurs climb mountains, climb the Everest pretty much, and so that's how they all know each other. And at the start, they're all meeting up and they're all like, "Hey, we're all mountain climbers here. Oh yeah, I love me mountains. I love me some mountains. Yeah." And it's kind of awkward and kind of forced. And Doug Stamper from House of Cards, so that's also good. And on their way up, the way up to the mountain is actually very entertaining and very interesting. And then they get there and they don't kind of over glamorise that. Yeah, Everest, we did it. That's literally, they go to the top, they touch it, they walk back down. And that's about the first hour of the film. The second hour is a lot better than the first half. Not that the first half was bad, it was a pretty good first half. But the second half is great. It's them trying to get back down and them experiencing problems, not having enough oxygen. Jason Clarke and this other guy's name I can't remember get caught up on top of the mountain, and just some of the characters. I mean, I think Jason Clarke gives the best performance in the film because he's absolutely terrific in the film. There's obviously Emily Watson gives a great performance. Keira Knightley's very good in it. Josh Brolin's alright for Josh Brolin.
But Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh yeah, actually I forgot about Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm sorry about that. Jake Gyllenhaal is very good. He's Jake Gyllenhaal. He's always very good. I did enjoy it. The problem I had with it was it just kind of ended. It just stopped. Really, I didn't feel like the character's story had come to an end. They just didn't go back to them. It just didn't continue on. It just kind of dropped off, and you're like, it's over now. So I was kind of surprised by that. So it was kind of a weekend, but there's a solid, like, terrific 45 minutes of them trying to get back down, and Jason Clarke contacting Emily Watson, who's the radio broadcaster who talks to all the people climbing Everest, and they manage to get Keira Knightley, Jason Clarke's wife, on the phone. They have some conversations over the phone and the radio that are quite, heartbreaking because she's pregnant and he's about to die. So there's a bit of a problem there. It's also his baby. There's some interesting elements of it, like there's when they're training for the climb Everest. Josh Brolin. Do you see the clip where Josh Brolin falls off the mountain falls off the ladder? Yeah, it's the trailer. Yeah, that's they're after being caught in line by a bunch of other people trying to climb Everest, and they kind of go into how there's too many people trying to climb Everest for them to safely do it, and there's interesting elements into it. But yeah, overall, the effects are very good. It's actually very.
I think my chair was creaking.
It's actually very interesting. The effects are terrific. They're pretty much the best part of the film is how it looks. I would have loved to see that in IMAX to see how great it would have looked, but it really gives you a sense of what Everest is like up there and back again. And I did quite enjoy it. I'm going to give it 3.5 stars because I thought it was great.
Very good. Okay, so we do Macbeth now.
Yes.
You're doing it.
Macbeth, which is the new Justin Kurzel film. Yeah, it's Michael Fassbender and Marianne Cotillard and Jack Reynor and Sean Harris, who is the villain in
Mission Possible.
Mission Possible, and Elizabeth Debicki, who was also in Everest, I read, and she's in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. also.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. The warrior Macbeth eventually becomes king. I don't think it needs to be set up. I wouldn't. That's fine. I'm not going to spend too much time on the plot of the Shakespeare movie. So I thought the movie was really, really good. I thought that it was sort of well acted out, and I think the battle scenes are filmed quite well. But I actually think they're kind of taking bits from 300 starts. That sort of slow motion battle scenes. I think that's what I got.
I thought it was an interesting way of shooting battles.
It was, yeah, but I'm just saying the 300 also done.
Yeah.
I know it sounds a bit weird. They better also almost like unclassy or something saying 300 done first, but
yeah.
still. It was actually pretty. It was directed. I mean, the direction was fine and everything. It wasn't outstanding, but it was fine. But it was. One thing I'd say is what I've read is that Lady Macbeth has a much bigger role in the play than she does in that adaptation. Just there, she's almost sort of just in it for the absolute important scenes. Like you can't take her out of, and like Marianne Cotillard is very, very good at it and whatnot. But like it's could be. I mean, there was a lot of potential there. I thought to play the move around. And Michael Fassbender was very, very good as I expected. We'll play a clip now. Okay. I've said all I need to say about it, to be honest with you. It was a really good performance all around. It could have been, like I said, there was a lot more potential to go further into the depths of Lady Macbeth. And it was
I thought the cinematography was great.
Yeah, it was fine, but it was a really sort of dusky colour palette of something red. I think, and not just
the battle scenes,
and not
the last battle scene,
not just with actual like the colour red. It was a red theme throughout. But it was another thing that struck me was sort of a study of almost a sort of post-traumatic stress disorder, almost, which is really it's if you're going to do an adaptation like this, you're better off bringing something to it rather than just adapting the play, because I'm sure it's already been done before, probably by Kenneth Branagh. 4 out of 5 I would say for that movie. Okay, we can move on to the box office top 10. Miss You Already is number 10,
which we have coming up.
Which Inside Out is number 9.
Philip's favourite film of the year.
Yeah. Still in cinema, enjoying it.
Yeah, still. I think it's still out quite.
62 locations.
Oh,
which is
ridiculous.
Which is about it's about on average with the rest of the movies. Maze Runner: The Scorched Trials is number 8.
It looks bollocks.
It does.
Our friends went to see it, and all of them hated it except one, because he's one of those people that likes those movies.
No, there's 2.
On 2.
I'll tell you after.
These are people you have to get rid of.
Yeah. Number 7 is Il Tratove Met Opera 2015.
Oh yeah, finally.
Yes.
What I liked,
which we all love. And Macbeth is number 6, which is fine. Legend is number 5.
I really want to see that.
I don't.
I do.
Alright.
It's too
Let's move on. Yeah, you didn't like Mad Max though, did you?
Can you believe that someone has a different opinion that's not yours?
Yeah, I don't know, it just doesn't look as good as I thought it would be.
Yeah, it looks sort of Americanized or something. 18s, well,
yeah,
some weird looking read.
I seem to be glamorizing, gangsters and horrible people. On Jimmy the Gent. They have to say that. It's Cockney gangster film. Like they say, look at it.
It's not just in the stage direction. It's just 10 minutes of grunting as they try to stand up.
That's how Tom Hardy gets into character.
Yeah,
Just grunts in the mirror.
Yeah, but pretend to be tough when their knees are sore.
You vacuum can't.
Yeah. Okay. The Intern is number 4.
Oh, great.
Yes. With one of the worst frames in cinema history. Ever.
We should put that on.
We should put that
Yeah,
on the
that's your
Twitter
Twitter
page.
page.
I don't even want that on my Twitter page. I don't. It's absolutely disgusting. I'll describe it as best as I can. It's Robert De Niro is handing someone a tissue, and it's in the trailer.
Yeah.
So if you can find and look for it, you can find it. But
Or you can save yourself.
by God, it's one of the cheesiest things I've ever seen. Possibly, maybe apart from the Intern, which I haven't seen yet. Everest number 3, which we've done. Hotel Transylvania 2 is
Coming up.
number 2, and The Martian is number 1.
It took
It
100
looks-
million.
Oh, that's really good. Apparently The Walk isn't done well either.
Yeah.
Which is annoying.
No,
But
it's not.
it's the new Ridley Scott film. Which none of us have seen as of
Not yet.
No, with
No.
that done.
Honestly, I don't fucking care. I'm not a Ridley Scott fan at all. I mean, I haven't seen Alien, which is ridiculous, but I agree. I have seen Blade Runner, which is alright, and it's still his best film, and it's alright.
Yeah.
I mean, The Counselor, Exodus, Gods and Kings, Prometheus,
Oh, yeah, he did Exodus Code.
G.I. Jane.
Come on, Kieran. Take a taste in film.
Oh, Demi Moore. Oh.
That was number 1. So that
No.
means there's no more on the list.
What about number 0?
Number 0 is Solace, which is
Yes.
coming up now.
This is Solace, a film I'd never heard of until you said I could see it.
Oh, I was nice enough. Wasn't I?
Yeah, I'd never heard of it. It's Anthony Hopkins is a psychic that used to be in the FBI, and they bring him back to help with this murderer who murders people with. And when they just bring him back because they can't get it, they're stumped.
Have you seen Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah, Silence of the Lambs pretty much but the other way around, where Anthony Hopkins isn't a cannibal, he's a psychic. A psychic that when he touches you, he can see your future. You know those kind of psychic movies where they touch you.
That's
It's
so
all-
Raven.
Yeah, don't touch me. Then he goes, ah.
So you ever see Paul?
Yeah,
You know about when Paul, where he touches their brain and then they know everything.
Yeah.
It's all of it.
they know that's
Sounds
exactly
like
what
that.
he happens. He just sees everything. But
Oh, you have a cup of tea tomorrow.
yes, it's directed by Alfonso Poyar, who is known for nothing except a movie called Two Rabbits. Have you heard of it? No.
No.
It's the only
I've heard
thing-
of two.
I mean,
rabbits.
I googled that guy after Solace, just to
Yeah.
find his name, like on the Wikipedia page, stuff like that.
And yeah, and I don't know how they got Anthony Hopkins to do this because no one famous to
Money.
do it. Really though,
Money.
Solace,
Money.
money.
Money. I mean, money.
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 Okay, you'll say money. Yeah. The plot. Yeah, the plot. He used to solve the cases with them, but the thing is, the murderer is also a psychic. That is one
He
step.
knows how many cups of teas you've already
Yeah,
had today.
he's one step ahead of them because
He's a true
Why
detective.
not? And you know, in all these films where they're chasing the killer, they're getting one clue after another, that eventually getting closer. You know that?
But he's already 10 steps ahead of
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
They know they eventually get to a certain point and then do 10 minutes of Anthony Hopkins' backstory, and then realize, shit, we've forgotten that they have to catch someone. So they just bring Colin Farrell in and say, look, you've done this to him, now finish the movie for us. It's not great. Like,
Really?
no.
Should we play it?
Yeah, we'll play clips. Then I'll come back.
Dr. Clancy, before we go upstairs, with all due respect, I don't hold an ounce of confidence in the paranormal as a field. As a whole, I think it's a sham. I hope that won't be a problem.
No problem at all. I feel the same about shrinks. After only one thing, your money. Give me a little finger, they'll take your whole hand.
Whoever said that has obviously never met a good one.
To Sigmund Freud.
They're talking about Freud. That's
Freud.
interesting.
Makes him smart. You know,
Oh.
makes it such a smart movie. There's one scene in a hotel room where her lines are pretty much dubbed, and you can tell because they didn't do it in a proper room to dub lines. They did it in a room with massive echo, and she's just so much louder than Anthony Hopkins. And Anthony Hopkins there, he's kind of mumbling.